Hello and welcome back to the Overcomer Podcast. And my very special guest today is my beautiful wife, Ellie.
Happy to be here.
So beforehand, you don't know this, the audience, which Ellie, I always say there's only one or two people watching, even though I know there's a couple more. So let's say 7. That's the number I'll give. There's 7 people listening. But before we started this, me just talking with Ellie, I just could not stop laughing. Just because I think this will be a very fun episode. And we're best friends. So I very appreciate you being here. If you don't know, my beautiful wife, Ellie Jade Lankford, the love of my life, the mother of my child. And so this is going to be a fun podcast. There's going to be some funny stories I'm very looking forward to that we've tried to wrangle in our memory. And I have bad memory loss, but it's all good. And of course, like everyone else that I've interviewed, icebreakers. What is your favorite color?
It's a tie between blue and green.
Blue and green. Do you have a specific blue or green?
Blue, like Callum's eye color.
Spoken like a true mother.
Green, like a deep foresty kind of green.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look the best in green.
Oh, why, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, don't worry. You'll stay on the podcast. I'm not going to kick you off. You don't got to be sweet like that. All right. This is what this podcast is going to be pretty much the whole time. And I love it. Favorite food, Ellie?
Tacos.
What kind of tacos?
Carnitas tacos.
Carnitas tacos. And there's a specific place that we get tacos.
I don't know the name of it, but it's the taco truck when you're going through Georgetown. It's on the right. It's after the circle. It's the best.
It's right at the Methodist church, right before the ball fields.
They're good tacos.
It is. Favorite memory. This is always a hard one because there's so many. So it doesn't have to be favorite memory, but a good memory that you can think of.
Oh, just in general?
In general, or we can even, this podcast, we're also going to share a couple, which we can just start right off the bat.
We talked about this. Favorite memory.
Yeah.
Can I say what I said?
Sure. Forget everything I just said. Go ahead.
Favorite memory. Our wedding day. I'm sorry. I got the nerves. Okay. Our wedding day. When Andrew first pronounced us husband and wife. And then it's tied between that and, of course, holding Callum for the first time in the hospital when he was born.
Yeah.
Those are top tier.
And how old is our beautiful baby boy now?
He's 11 months old. And it's ridiculous.
Did it go by quick?
Too quick.
Too quick. I agree with that. He gets all the good looks from you.
Nah.
Not so much of me.
It's 50-50.
Maybe all of his smells. That's what he got from me. All right, Alicia. Because if everyone does not know, so of course, Ailey's nickname, Guys, I'll just say right off the bat, when I first met Ellie, which I wasn't going to say this, but I just remembered it. When I first knew of Ellie, it was in youth group in 6th grade. So how many years ago was that?
I don't know. Let's see, we were 12.
I'm about to
be 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness. Mm-hmm. So I think 12 years ago, I was in youth group here at church with Andrew leading it. And I would see, of course, since 6th grade, pretty much, I've been in love with Ellie. That's pretty much full disclosure. That's full honesty, transparency. I'm a person too, just like everybody else. But I always liked Ellie and definitely loved her. And I always thought, oh my goodness, this is such a beautiful girl. I'll never be able to be with her. But hey, the Lord is good. But anyway, I know I just keep going off rabbit trails. I would try to figure out what her name was because I would hear people say Alicia and they would look at you and you'd answer them. And I'm like, okay, her name's Alicia. For a while, I thought because most people say it wrong. So they'll say Alicia or Alyssa.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
And then there were other people that said Ailey. And so I'm like, there's either 3 different people or 2 different people, and I have no idea what her name is. But your name on your birth certificate is
Alicia.
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 And how'd you get Alicia?
That's the name my parents gave me.
So how'd you get Ellie?
My dad's name is Elimael, but everyone calls him Eli. So his family in Spanish would call him Ellie. And
that was a good accent.
Thank you. And my parents wanted my nickname to be Ellie, but because of his family, they couldn't really call me Ellie. So they just said, well, we'll just put a little accent mark there and just say Ailey and still spell it like Ellie. So it confused nobody, obviously, but it's fine. So yeah, that's how I got that.
So are you supposed to have an accent mark in your name?
Supposed to, but that got left back on my
birth certificate.
I don't know. It got left in the dust back in the day.
Left in the dust.
I never use it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what I call you the most. Probably honey.
You call me a lot of things.
A lot of good things, everybody. You know we have to do a podcast.
But you never call me late for dinner.
Yep. All right. And if you don't know me, I love to make Ailey laugh. Ever since I met her, I made it my mission in life to make Ailey laugh. And that, I think, I try to do that. Even if sometimes it's not funny. Mm-hmm. But I always try to make you smile and laugh. Mm-hmm. I think that's why the Lord has put me on this earth. One of the things. So we'll go just a little bit of background before we kind of get into stuff about us. Background, just you personally, talking about your walk with the Lord and faith. How did you hear about Jesus, figure out about Jesus, church, all that?
So I've pretty much known who Jesus is my whole life, because I was blessed enough to be raised in a Christian home. So my parents just raised me knowing who he was, and yeah. But I didn't come to truly know him as my Lord and Savior until 6th grade, probably in youth group. That's when it really got real for me.
In 6th grade? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
You beat
Took
me.
too long.
I took longer than you.
It's okay.
And in that, so of course we can say your parents, which they are also my parents, which it is Eli Gonzalez and Rhonda Gonzalez, and they both work here at church. Your dad, when was he became a pastor? It was while we were engaged or dating?
I think it was when we were engaged.
It's been some time.
2022.
It's been some time. So your parents, of course, work at church, and your dad is now a pastor. And so technically, PK, pastor's kid.
I am now.
How does that feel?
It feels about the same. I mean, my dad, I'm very blessed. I mean, my dad has always been very steady, and he's grown, of course, like exponentially.
Yeah.
In his faith and in his walk and his dedication to ministry. But I've been very blessed. My dad has always, in my eyes, given me a really amazing representation of who Jesus is and what a pastor should look like. So, yeah.
And your mama, you call her Mama.
Mama.
You sweet Mama.
Yeah.
And she's been right there too.
Yeah, she has.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been very blessed to have a very, very close relationship with my mom. So she's been before I was with you, I mean, she was pretty much the only person I hung out with all the time. So you can imagine it was kind of hard for her when Kody started coming around, and I was gone a lot more often, but she's always my mama. Very thankful for her.
Very grateful. This is always a fun question that I like to ask people because I think we all hear God different ways, and I think he speaks to us differently. How has the Lord, do you believe, through the Holy Spirit or conviction or whatever, how do you think the Lord has spoken to you personally through your walk?
The Lord speaks to me the most in, I think, two ways that I would say, and they're probably very generic ways that he kind of speaks to everybody. But number one is through his word, through reading scripture. I try really hard to have quiet time with him in the mornings if I can help it, and just to, I do much better every day if I saturate myself in his word. So just constantly finding reassurance and just whatever I need, whatever answers I need, I normally will go to the word first. And then music, worship music, just he really speaks to me through that as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I've ever really heard an audible voice or anything like that, and I'm not one to like look at the clouds and say, oh, that, yeah, I hear you, Lord. Like, that's just not how he really speaks to me, but it's pretty constant through his word, through music.
Yeah. I love that. Sweet. Well, now you talking about music, we can get right to that. So if everyone does not know, which everybody probably does, Ellie has an amazing voice. She has my most favorite voice of all time. And I've told her many times. The only reason that I sing, really, of course, is to honor the Lord, but just that I get to sing with her. I would not sing if it weren't for Ellie. So, worship-wise, talking about worship, you saying that too, of worship, you get that connection. So what is kind of worship to you?
It depends on if I'm helping lead it or if I'm in the congregation just accepting it. Do you have a preference on which one I talk about?
You can do leading. You can do both. I'd love it.
Do both. Okay. When I'm in the congregation, this kind of goes for both. I just feel like worship when you're in the church setting, at least, because worship, I mean, you can worship all throughout your day. Doing the dishes can be worship. Changing Callum's diapers can be worship for me, as long as I'm doing it unto the Lord.
Yeah.
But as far as musically, I think that worship is an opportunity to get our hearts right before the Lord and to just take the time and tell him how we feel about him. And I just think of so many of the Psalms that just declare his praises and just talk about how wonderful he is. And I think it's so important that we tell God that we know who he is and that we are grateful. Bible says, enter into his courts with thanksgiving and praise. And so I think that is just the heart that we should have. And I know that can look different for everybody. So I don't think that you have to be raising your hands to worship. I don't think you have to be shouting or dancing. I think it can look different for everyone as long as your heart is in the right place. And I also think that when you're leading worship, it's important to make it genuine. I really am not one for a forced moment when it comes to worship. I think that it's good to create opportunities for people to have a moment in worship and to usher in the Spirit. But I've never been one for a forced moment. I don't like seeing people be fake on the stage. If you're going to be up there leading people, that's a huge responsibility and you're accountable for it. And I think that we should do it with a genuine heart that is not looking to bring ourselves glory, but just to bring glory and praise to the one who it's due to. So
yeah,
I take it pretty seriously being on stage and being able to help lead, and yeah.
I'm very proud of you. You're the bomb. Also, Alicia Jade, you play the piano, piano, keyboard, and you play by ear, which in my mind is insane.
Well, it's somewhat. I play by chords, but also by ear. It kind of depends.
Ellie. All right, so Ellie is very modest, and she can be this way because she's a very sweet, beautiful person. But me living with her, my mind when it comes to music is like to the dumbest level and the dumbest degree. I do not know all the terms or whatever. I just say, can you please have the words up there behind the sound stage so I can just read them and sing them. But Ellie hears things, knows things, but playing by ear. Ellie has sat on the piano, and I know that it could be a song that you've never played before. and you will get it in a matter of 10 minutes. And you can play the whole song. My most favorite thing, since we're talking just about memories too, that I'd love to talk about. You do a song, Colors of the Wind, which is from, if you don't know, Pocahontas. You should watch it. Really good. I don't know how historically accurate it is, but
Not very.
Yeah, no, it's
But
not
it's a good movie.
Yeah, but Pocahontas, it's Colors of the Wind, but Ellie can play it on the piano. And it is my all-time favorite. And when Ellie plays it, we've been on so many missions trips together. And I remember we went to a mission trip to Michigan. Say that 5 times fast. And it wasn't an organ, was it?
No.
It was a piano, but you could hear it through the whole church.
Like lobby. Mm-hmm.
And Ellie played Colors of the Wind. And I remember I sat back in one of the back pews. And yeah, one of the most beautiful things I ever heard. So I always appreciate when Ellie plays that for us, because now we have your piano at our house. We do live together and we're married. Like I said, my goal is to make Ellie laugh as much as I can.
That was funny.
I appreciate that. I try.
Sorry. Composure.
Composure. And we did Ellie. So I will say, Ellie has blessed me with this podcast, but with every blessing, sometimes it comes with a cost. and the cost to get Ellie on this podcast, I said, Ellie, name your price. And she said, Dairy Queen.
I need a burger.
So this is the deal. All right. So I don't know if I have to go get a GoFundMe or what, but
call it blackmail, call it coercion. I'm here.
I need Dairy Queen.
I'm here.
I think it sounds like a good deal to me.
Yeah.
So getting into, I'd love kind of this whole episode, why I wanted Ellie. I didn't want it to be like, if the Lord allows it, to be like episode 100, and then I have Ellie on, and then I feel bad because I'm like, man, why didn't I have you on sooner? Like, because it's not just me doing this podcast, it's both of us. Like, while I do the podcast and I interview so many amazing people, and now you're one of those amazing people, but you're either here at church or at home watching our son, and you bless me with this time. And I do consider this a ministry type of thing, because I think people love to hear other testimonies and they can learn so much. Mm-hmm. And I think the Lord has allowed this. So be obedient to the Lord, but also that means you are also obedient to the Lord. And so very blessed. So with that, I want this podcast to just be fun. If you don't know much about us, we're not going to share too much, but we just want it to be fun for all the listeners and me and Ellie. I enjoy this so much. So we're going to first talk about your pup-up. So pup-up Wyatt. Pastor Ron, for everyone who goes to church here at Crossroad. Very special. He was your pup-up for your whole life, for 24 years. You like that one?
Yes, he was my pup-up. And we lived together.
And we lived together. We didn't live with pup-up, though. I never lived with pup-up.
I lived with pup-up. With my parents. But anyway.
So anyway, we love to, these are memories. Of course, he's passed away a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. It's already been a couple months.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that. And of course, if you haven't heard his episode that I interviewed him, I did not think the amount of blessing that would come from that, just because we didn't know. None of us know how much time we have on this earth. And now we go back and listen to it. And so many other people have said it. And so I just thought, it would be fun to just think about, because we've seen him. Of course, he was always the same, whether at church, restaurant, Walmart, at home. He was always the same. So, but there's like maybe some funnier things, because we'd be around him more than other people, that there's kind of funny stories. So we just want to start off with sharing some funny stories about Pup-Up. Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
So this was last year, the movie?
Might have been.
I think it was last year. We went and we saw Mission Impossible with them. It was the new Mission Impossible. We're going to go to their house, watch it, get Domino's pizza. We walk in their bedroom where their TV was, where we were going to watch it. And your Pup-Up and Nina, as they call her, your grandmother, is watching UFC. And it is. We walk in, and of course, UFC, if you don't know, it's a combat sport. It's mixed martial arts, and it's just two guys almost
Blood everywhere.
trying to kill each other on a mat in an octagon, and they're watching UFC. And I don't know if you said it or I said it, like, Papa, what are you watching? I think it was probably
It was you.
Papa, what are you watching? And he said, oh, I like to turn it on sometimes and watch it. And that's still just a funny thing of, if you knew Pastor Ron Papa, just the sweetest, most...
Sweet, gentle Papa
Yes.
who favorite color is lavender, loved lace, watching UFC.
Watching UFC.
Yeah,
Tell me that's not funny.
that's pretty
I
funny.
don't care who you are. That's funny.
That's funny.
Do you have a funny story
I
memory?
do. Just a sweet memory of my pop-up that is funny, because bless my heart. I was with him one night. He was on granddaughter duty, so he was watching me one night, and we were watching Ratatouille, and I got inspired by Ratatouille. And
The movie Ratatouille, kids movie.
yeah, a rat can cook in Paris. It's amazing story. Anyway, so I'm watching and I'm like, I gotta go make something. Like, I gotta go make some soup. So I go downstairs.
I can just imagine you. I gotta make soup.
I must have been maybe 9. I don't know.
Oh,
But I
you
go
were kinda
downstairs. Yeah, I know. I go downstairs and I get a metal bowl. And in that bowl I put milk and I cut up some like celery and some salt and pepper and maybe some other random things, some other spices that just some razzle dazzle. And then, not even toasted, just I slice up some white bread and I'd cube it up and I'd throw it in there. Just chef's kiss. Just I heat it up and I take it to my papa.
How'd you heat it up?
Not in the metal bowl, but I somehow heated it up. I think I heated the milk first before I put it in. I don't know. Either way, I take it up to him and I'm like, Pop-Up, I made some soup. I don't know how good it's going to be though, so you don't have to eat it. And my Pop-Up, my sweet Pop-Up, sat there and he ate a good 5 bites of that soup. Like he sat there and ate it and he said, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it. And I'm like, really? But that was Pop-Up. That was Pop-Up. He always thought of everyone but himself. So I can't believe he ate that. But
So Pop-Up, I was inspired by the rat.
I was inspired. I just needed to be a chef for the night, and that's how I did that. I hope I'm a better chef now.
Yeah, Ellie is an amazing cook.
Not as good as you.
The Lord has definitely blessed me. Ellie, if you ever want the greatest chicken pie of your life, chicken pot pie, Ellie is the one. Oh, it's incredible. Everyone that's had it has said that it is the best. She is. The Lord definitely blessed me with an amazing wife that can cook.
You're an amazing chef.
Hey, I'm just trying to be like the Ratatouille.
Yeah, right.
I watch Ratatouille every
We all
night.
are. We all want to be like Ratatouille.
Oh my goodness. That's funny.
Yeah.
So, of course, love you, Pop-Up. Now we're going to get into some fun stories about us. Mm-hmm. So, don't be nervous. It's okay. So, of course, first time meeting you was 6th grade. Mm-hmm. I would see you at youth group. We were at youth group the whole time together.
Yep.
Pretty much. If there was ever an extra trip or something, van ride or whatever, I'd always want to be in your van. Mm. I'd want to try to get to sit as close as possible to you, even though you were the cool kid. I was the nerdy kid reading my book.
No.
In the back. I wasn't that
No.
I wasn't?
The nerdy kid?
Yeah,
No.
I wasn't the nerdy kid in the back reading my book?
No.
No?
No.
Yeah. Our memory must be bad, because I think you're a little off.
Okay. I don't know what that was, but okay.
It's a joke, Ellie.
A good one.
So this is also what I get at home too, all right? Kody might make some jokes and sometimes they just fall. But that's okay. Perseverance. I just got to keep thinking Ratatouille. What would the rat do right now? But anyway, so like I said before, liked Ellie so much, always want to be around her. I've thought before of when was the first time I saw you, and I want to say it was a time doing we used to play a game Gaga Ball, and I think I remember you either playing or outside of it.
I was probably just winning. I'm just
Yeah,
I'm just
probably
kidding. I'm kidding.
This is for a lot of younger men, something that I found very attracted to Ellie.
Oh boy.
Listen, keep it PG, everybody.
Oh my.
Yeah, you said it. I didn't.
That wasn't me.
I'm just trying to have fun here.
Okay.
But Ellie at youth group, she would always be the one, if Andrew would ask a question or say something, Ellie would be the one that would raise her hand. And when I tell you, like, I was like, this girl's so much smarter than me. She's beautiful. She loves the Lord. She's a genius. And I'm like, I'm none of it.
Not true.
So that was always something that I was like, man, I need to, honestly, which I think all men should be, men, husbands and wives should build each other up, make each other better as they walk closer to the Lord. And so that kind of helped me step up my game. I'm like, man, if I ever try to ask her out, I need to step it up here. I need to know some things. I need to get my own life right. Do you have a memory of seeing me for the first time?
I don't remember like the very first time, but I definitely noticed you because you seemed like very much a cool kid to me. And you had on like the same hat, this baseball hat every time. And
So I probably never showered.
no, you did, but you had
showered in the hat.
And your bright red curls would come out from under it. And I thought you were cute.
I appreciate that.
So yeah, you're the real sporty guy, real athletic, and like always doing something, I don't know, cool. You're just cool. You're funny.
Doing something cool. You always hung out with older kids. So I was like,
Yeah,
man, Ailey's in the loop. She knows all these cool kids. I know nobody.
I was just a very socialized homeschooler.
Very socialized. So how about that? So Ailey is homeschooled. We can just get into... We can go a rabbit trail of
The
homeschool.
way you said that was like...
I mean, because homeschool, sometimes it can bring a lot of baggage. But also, sometimes it can work out. Case in point.
Oh boy.
No, everybody knows. That's like the funny...
It's the stigma.
Yeah, as a funny comedian would
Watch
say.
Tim Hawkins. You'll
Watch
hear
Tim
about it.
Hawkins. He has so many homeschooler jokes.
Yeah.
And some, just because they're not around a lot of people, might be socially awkward more than others. But I think I lucked out. I don't make many homeschool jokes anymore like I used to. I used to make a good amount. I went to a very bad public school, so it really wasn't that much better.
Hey, but you turned out great.
Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. I'll still get you Dairy Queen. Don't you worry. So how about we'll talk about that, homeschool. We're thinking about Callum. He's 11 months old. One day he's going to be...
Homeschooled.
So that's what we have decided so far, is he's going to be...
Lord willing.
Homeschooled. I really wasn't going to talk about this, but if you want to talk about that a little bit, why you think we've decided that right now?
Well, I know that everyone is a different kind of learner. So really it will depend on what kind of learner he is and if he's able to learn that way, I guess. Like if he has a really hard time with it, then we might look into other options, of course, for him, but
Like boarding school.
no, never, ever, no. No, but there's like different co-ops and different things. There's different ways, but we very much believe we are the ones raising Callum. It is our responsibility and blessing from the Lord to steward this beautiful boy, and we just don't want other people raising our kids for however many hours a day, you know? Like, I was blessed to be homeschooled, and I loved it so much. I was able to be socialized in all the right places. I got to be at church all the time. I got to do so many trips and other like extracurricular activities. I was able to start working at like 12, and it was great. It taught me a lot of responsibility, and I loved being homeschooled. But that's not everyone's story, and there's nothing wrong with that. We definitely need lights in Christian schools and public schools and private schools. So I am not knocking that whatsoever. But it's our personal conviction we believe would be best for our family to be the ones pouring into him the most out of anybody. And so I feel like I turned out okay, and I loved it. It was great, and it really helped me with college too, being an independent learner. Because you have to be very independent in college.
Yeah.
So, that's...
Yeah, it's good that we have both perspectives, because I came
Yeah.
from a very large public school that was one of the worst in terms of worldly and all the sports and everything. And so we have that side of it, and then your side, which
Yeah.
I think is we make a good mix. Because there is that of, well, we're called to be lights, called to go out, share the gospel to other people.
Right.
How are we going to share it unless we go out
Right.
to the world? But also, as a kid is growing up, you know how much they're going to have their whole life to do that too. And just our opinion right now, how the world is right now, and different schools and education right now is kind of in a whirlwind of worldly things. And of course, Callum's only 11 months old, so you know the Lord. But no matter what, we'll ask the Lord, and it'll be the right thing.
Right.
And he will definitely provide either way. So went off a little tangent about homeschool. Talking about like us, a little background of us, dating wise. So before we dated, because we did not date right off the bat, we did the classic old courting, as the Amish
Kind
would,
of.
or whatever.
Kind of.
Kind
Our
of.
version of it.
Yeah, it was our version of it, but it was no hand holding, no kissing, no me taking you anywhere by myself.
I mean, you give me rides sometimes, but...
Oh my goodness.
Gasp. No, but...
I couldn't pay for...
You couldn't pay for any of my stuff?
I couldn't pay for any of your stuff. Like, if we went, saw a movie, or if we went and did something.
Yeah. Basically, we had it was a very intentional friendship.
Yes.
Where we had every intention of dating, and we hoped to eventually get married, but nothing that looked, although other people might disagree, nothing that looked like we were boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah. And that whole goal was...
It worked for us.
When you and me finally said whatever, hey, I like you, hey, I like you too, and all the giggles and butterflies, even though it really wasn't that in the beginning, but which is another fun story. But we don't need to talk about that. But it's very funny. And look at us now.
Just ask us.
Just ask
Someone
Ellie.
else.
Don't ask me. Everyone jump on Ellie and ask her. But
You gotta give me Dairy Queen first.
gotta get Dairy Queen. But we came to a point of, okay, we can start dating. And then I remembered in my sophomore year, I really I got baptized. And it really wasn't even the baptism, but it was like seeing Ellie raise her hand to so many stuff. And then I've always been a Christian, but taking it seriously, it really wasn't there. And it wasn't until my sophomore year where I was like, you know what, I really need to do this. And I asked the Lord, and I told him, I'm not going to date until I graduate high school. Then that meets Ellie and us now talking about, oh, I like you too. And I'm like, oh man, yeah, let's start dating. And then I remembered that, pretty much promised that I said to the Lord that, Lord, I'm not going to date anybody because I want to focus on you. I want to focus on sports. I want to focus on things that you have me in to my fullest potential for you, not for me. I'm going to wait till I graduate. So then it came to, got to wait till I graduate. The original date was March 24th. Remember that? Of 2020. Did you not know that I remember that? 2020?
Original date.
Original
That
date.
you were going, I was about to say, wait a second.
Original date of when, in my mind,
supposed
I was
to.
supposed to be done senior year.
Yes, sir.
And then what was the actual date?
22nd.
March 22nd.
22nd.
I almost said July. I don't know why.
Callum's birthday.
Probably. And my birthday.
Yeah.
So March 22nd. Can I kind of do a rundown
Sure.
of, and then you can kind of take it halfway.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't be sharing everything.
Okay.
You gotta help me out here.
It's
A
fine.
little. If
Whatever
you
you
want that Dairy Queen burger, you gotta do some work here. All right, it's in free.
Okay.
All right. So that day you guys were living in a house in Laurel. And of course we never even got into about your family. We'll get into your family. Of course, we already talked about your mom and dad. Who else do you have wonderful in your life? Who's very tall?
Micah, my brother.
Your brother Micah.
Yeah, my older brother.
How older is
2
he?
years.
2 years.
2 years older than me.
Yeah. So now we come back to the Laurel house. So you were living in that house, and they just got the house repainted?
Yes.
And then the next thing was your room.
Well, I was doing my room while the house was being repainted. Shout out Keon Beckett. Good guy.
He's a sponsor. Let's pull it up. We don't have the sponsor.
No.
Jamie, can you pull that up? We don't have it, Jamie. You don't even know what that is, but that's okay.
Okay.
I can say, Jesslyn, can you pull that up? I need to do that. I need
Okay.
to make a mental note of that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What?
You're painting your room.
Okay, so I was painting my room.
Yeah, and so you asked me if I'd want to come over and paint, or did I offer?
You offered.
Because I'm such a great guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll come over and I'll paint your room.
Yeah.
And it was March 22nd.
Right.
So I knew at some point today, I'm going to ask her, but I have to ask your dad first if that is okay. And I had not done that yet because I just kept pushing it back. And that could be a whole story of itself I could share of when the Lord kind of led a moment. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, so we're painting that day. And I say, okay, well, I'm going to go back for whatever reason. I'm going to go back to my house and I'm going to change into painting clothes because you don't paint, in your regular clothes. So I had to go get some stuff that was already dirty. And as I'm going down your driveway, I see your dad, Pastor Eli, trimming the chicken houses that you guys had, which you love chicken so much, right?
I love to eat them.
He loves to eat just like Pop-Up,
Just like Pop-Up.
but not doing them.
No.
And will you ever get chicken houses?
No.
Okay. So anyway, I saw Pastor Eli, and he was trimming the chicken house, cutting the grass. And so I say, Lord, on my way back, if he's still out there doing that, today's the day. I think I told you the 24th was my last day. But I said, Lord, I was able to get done 2 days earlier. I didn't tell you that. But if he's there when I get back, I'm going to ask him. It's all going to be good. So, of course, I come back. He's still out there. I drive down by the chicken house, down this long lane. I get out, and I just talk to him and say, I need to ask you something. Asked if I could date you with the intention of marrying you. So, kind of already a pre-thing of this is the intention of me and Ellie. If we were to date, I would take it serious. That it's not for nothing. It would be for marriage. And now I'll move it to you if you want to share the rest.
So Kody comes back and he's helping me paint. And then it's like 4:55. And he goes, let's take a walk. Mind you, some backstory. For my birthday that year, back in February, he had given me a pocket watch because he collects pocket watches. And he gave me this pocket watch, and in the birthday card that he wrote to me, he said that it was set to a specific time, and that time would be important, but he didn't tell me what for yet. So it was set to 5 o'clock. And so, of course, when I see what time it is, I'm like, this is it.
Bingo.
This is it. So we go to take a walk down our very long driveway, and I'm just talking because... I'm
trying to buy time.
I'm just thinking something's coming, so I'm like, well, I'm not gonna make it awkward, so I'll just talk. 5 o'clock rolls around, he goes, okay, Ellie, I need you to stop talking for a second. And then you pull out the pocket watch that you had taken from my room, and I didn't even know you grabbed it, but you pulled it out of your pocket.
Sneaky.
Yeah. And you said, I wanted you to have something to always remember that this was the time that I asked you to be my girlfriend. And he said it was something we could show our kids one day, which of course melted my heart into a little puddle. But he asked me if I would be his girlfriend. And Of course, I said yes. I was very excited.
Very blessed that day. One of the best days ever.
Yeah.
It was. And then we held hands on the way back to your house.
Yeah, we did.
Oh my goodness. Before marriage. But, yeah. I love that story.
Me too.
The best. Do you still have that?
Of course I do.
I'm joking. I'm glad you do. So, of course, go on dating. We dated for how long? Year and a half? No, it would have been, because then we were engaged for longer. So
we were engaged for 14 months. And we dated, so like 2 years total, including being engaged.
March and then November 10th.
Yeah. So 8 months and then
November 10th.
Engaged for 14 months.
Proposed. Mm-hmm. Everyone loves a good proposal story.
So, Kody, you always told me, of course, that the Red Barn, the loft, which is, if you don't know, the Red Barn Country Store, his parents, Keith and Dawn Lankford, used to own it. And it had a loft up there, and that was where we had our first date. So it was very special to us. And we spent a lot of time up there working on the store, renovating it and everything when we first started dating. But anyway, you always told me that the loft would have a special place in, our hearts, and it would probably have something to do with the proposal. Mm-hmm. So we were going to have a date one night, and you told me to get all dressed up, and I actually had no idea I had no idea you were going to propose. No idea. But you take us to the store, and I get there, and the stairs to the loft have candles and sunflowers, which are my favorite flower, and pictures everywhere. And I get up there into the loft, and there's string lights with candles and flowers everywhere. There's like over 100 pictures hung up there that from just us dating and being best friends for the last few years. And you had this amazing dinner all set up for us. You had made me chicken and gnocchi soup, and it was my favorite. Mm-hmm. And so we had this amazing dinner, and then you asked me to dance with you. And he sang to me 3 songs that were very special to us.
Which that's cringy to me now. Why did I sing? I should have just played the music.
Because your voice is my favorite voice.
Yeah.
So he sang to me. And then after these songs, he took me over to unveil this beautiful desk that he had built for me because I was starting nursing school. And I'm not a nurse, but that's a different story for a different day. Different story for a different day.
Man, we could have talked about that.
We could have. That is
Next
very
time,
true.
So I'll have to have you part 2.
I'll think of what I want that day.
Or we can turn... That's my way. I love you so much.
Might be Chick-fil-A. Anyway, okay. No, I'm just kidding. So he takes me over to this desk, and it's a beautiful desk he built me for nursing school. And he tells me to open the drawer. And the top drawer, as I'm pulling it out, it says, "Will you be Alicia Jade Lankford?" Are you kidding? And I turn around, and there he is on one knee with a ring. And so I cried and said yes. So another amazing day.
Very funny story about this too, backstory. So all of this is recorded, which I don't even know the last time I watched it.
Yeah.
But while we were dancing and I was singing 3 songs.
He's never forgiven me for this.
No, in the video.
Which is not biblical.
Alicia. In the video, Ellie has her hands behind her back.
No, behind your...
Or behind me,
yeah.
Because she's holding me. And she switches the ring that was on her ring finger to another finger. Because she knew it's about to happen. So what if it didn't happen?
No, listen, here's the thing. I just wanted to be prepared. Because, no one likes that moment where you got to move the ring. Wait, hold on a second.
You didn't have to move. We could have put it right on top of it.
Oh, no. I just in case, because I was like, look... He's done all this. If he's gonna do another per day for a proposal, like what's gonna top this? So
if I had planned it better, I should have done that and just did not propose, and so it would have been just like a funny joke.
Listen, you knew what you were getting into, so it's okay. you know me. I like to be prepared.
You do like to be prepared.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you say yes. You cried. I don't know if I cried, but very happy. Saw my family, and then we went and we saw your family, and it was just a great night. There's a funny story in there too.
No.
But then, of course, now it's just waiting to get married. And it felt like an eternity just being engaged. So we were engaged for how long?
14 months. I don't recommend.
No, I don't recommend either. There were many times we said, man, let's just elope.
Yeah.
But the Lord gave us strength,
He did.
even when we did not have it.
He did.
Awesome. And then the wedding day was the best ever.
It was.
It was me and Ellie chose to do communion together. And that's I won't share what all that entailed, but that was a very special moment.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite thing of that day. I
Same.
think it was the same for you too. So
Yeah. That was the best part.
it was a great moment, even though there were so many people and such a fun experience. It was just us and the Lord. And of course, so now times, here we are, our little Callum boy. Talk about him. So he was born July 12th of last year, the day before my birthday, July 13th. I told Ellie to keep him in just a few more hours, and then he was going to be on my birthday, but she just wouldn't do it.
Nope. You guys need your own days.
So so I always say it is the greatest birthday gift I have ever gotten. And I think that is just the Lord. I mean, that's more of a blessing than anything. Every single year I can just say, Callum boy, you're my gift, buddy. Your mama gave him to me and the Lord gave you to me. So now you're a mom of 11-month-old.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It's really hard to believe.
How much do you think you love Callum?
More than my own life, for sure. More than I could. I mean, it's you and him. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd do anything for him.
I pray all of you hopefully you've seen Callum. Callum, we've also had at 5 months old. He was, if you were here at the Christmas program, he was in it. Me and Ellie sang a duet together, and Callum was sitting in Ailey's lap. And let me just say that Ellie held our 5-month-old baby for how many services?
6.
6 services, sitting on a stool, holding our baby boy Callum in front of her with a microphone and sang, and I mean, hit some notes.
Listen,
without fail.
No.
I'm saying, I'm your hype man,
Okay.
all right?
Okay.
If I did that, either I would have dropped Callum,
No.
or I would have dropped the microphone,
No.
or I would have just started laughing.
No. You would have nailed it. Honestly, that's more of a praise to Callum, because what 5-month-old baby is going to sit through 6 services and be stellar? I mean, he was just an angel. The Lord is very good to us.
He never fussed once.
Yeah.
In the last service, he actually fell asleep.
He did. Our sweet boy.
The Lord has definitely, a lot of prayer has gone into that little boy.
Yeah.
And he is...
Our pride and joy.
He is, yeah. Love him so much.
Yeah.
I wish he was here, but...
I know. He'd be tearing everything up.
He would be. He'd be saying, my.
Yeah.
Callum does not say dad right now.
He's working on it, though. He's close.
He's getting close, but he has said mama for probably 5 months.
It's been a long time.
He said it for a long time. I'm like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
So, this is a part of the show that I'm very excited about.
Oh, boy.
Funny stories.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You and me.
Okay, yeah.
Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I could go first this time. Okay, so my story that I thought of was the first time that Kody took me hunting.
I forgot you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Specifically deer hunting. I married a man's man, and he hunts, and he'll fish, and he'll kill something. And I love it. And It's great. So we went hunting one time together, and we squeezed up into this tiny little deer stand.
A one-seater.
A one-seater. Bless our hearts.
It was a wide one.
We were squished in there. And I think it was 2 does walked out. Mm-hmm. And Kody pulls back and he shoots, and he used a bow for this. And he gets one. So it kind of like jumps a little bit. The other one runs off. And then it just lays down. And it starts making this awful sound. And then the other one's coming back looking at it. And I'm like, oh no. So don't let this fool you. Kody's a dead shot, okay? He is like the most amazing. I mean, he's a sharpshooter. Like he's good. This particular time, where he shot the deer, he had to go finish the job. I won't say what exactly he had to do, but let's just say that when he went down to do it, I was sitting in the deer stand bawling. And that was my first experience deer hunting.
So I can say it from my perspective.
But we got the deer meat, and it was good.
Oh, so I'll say it from me. So, of course, we're in the stand. It's awesome. I can't believe it. Ellie's hunting with me. This is the greatest thing ever. Mm-hmm. These two does, they were two good-sized does, mm-hmm. but they were clearly two sisters, and they were together. I know that probably breaks your heart. Viewer discretion. I'm telling you, if you're listening to this, I'm gonna keep it, good. Mm-hmm. But also, I know a lot of deer hunters that listen and people. This is just life. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got to kill animals to eat something. The Lord says, "Go kill and eat. Rise up, kill and eat. I give you dominion." So I think it's a good thing to do. But anyway, so shoot the doe. They're at a corn pile. And I hit it just a little bit right on the edge of lung and stomach.
Yeah.
And if you ever know how quick an 80-pound bow is, I mean, that arrow flies through it like a bullet. So the deer had no idea what hit it. Mm-hmm. In my mind, because this has happened a couple times, I know I've definitely hit this deer. And this deer doesn't run off like a deer normally does. It normally runs off. It'll bleed and just... exhaustion, its body just gives out.
Oh dear. Viewer discretion.
What is it? I'm sorry. My bad. It skips into the woods and eventually passes out. And then we gut it and eat it. No, so then it just drops down and still alive. I'm sorry, viewer discretion. You can turn it off for the next 10 minutes. I know it's still alive. And of course the other one comes up, and there's many other times where if a deer does that, it could make noises. It could start making some stuff because it knows it's in distress. It knows something's wrong, but doesn't know because it happens so fast. But I told you to close your eyes and just sit in the stand. Close your eyes. I got to go down there. I got to finish this. Just go down there. I won't tell you how I did it, but I finished it, and I look back.
I did not close my eyes.
No, Ellie did not close her eyes, and she was in just full tears. And
I said, congratulations.
She said it just like that. That is a very funny memory.
Yeah.
Do you think, but you've gone hunting with me since then.
I did. I wasn't completely traumatized.
Yeah.
Just slightly.
Married a good woman.
It's reality.
Very, very tough woman. Oh, all right. So that's your story.
Yep.
So now I have my story.
Yeah.
Which I have a couple, but...
Yeah.
I'll see if I can remember it fully. So Ellie, this was a couple years ago.
I mean, really, should I be the one telling this one since I'm the one who did it?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
The one Kody wanted to share. This was the first one he thought of. I'm at Redner's in Georgetown, and
grocery store,
and I'm in my little blue car named Blue Jay, a little 2012 Ford Focus that I ran to the ground. But it's a very low sitting car. And I am about to pull out of a parking spot at Redner's, and I'm like, there's no one in front of me? Great. I'm at a pull through. I'm just gonna skirt right out of here. And I start to drive, and my car is a big bump. So there's a median, in case you didn't know, in the middle, like in the parking lot in Redner's.
That's just a median. It's a 5-foot wide sidewalk. There's a sidewalk that goes between that partitions between cars parked.
It's having an off day.
It's having an off day.
So mind you, I mean, like, I get up there and my car's already, like, I'm like sitting on this thing. And there's an elderly lady in the car across from me, just watching the whole thing go down, and I'm just...
And your little Ford Focus might have been, I mean, from your door to asphalt might have been not 8
not
inches.
high enough. But I'm already halfway over, and I'm like, well, I gotta commit. So I just keep going. And I just drove over it, and I just drove right out of there. Never looked back.
And then you didn't tell me until I got home.
I waited till he got home from work, and then I told him.
Which I wasn't mad, but you
No.
just said, I need you to take a look at the car.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't my finest moment.
So now whenever we go to Redner's, I always look at it, and I'm just...
How did you even...
amazed. Honestly, I don't know how it didn't just stick.
Listen, the Lord's protection. That's how. The Lord's mercy and grace. Mercy. The Lord's mercy and grace is how that all came to be. Yeah. That's your wife.
That's my wife. That blue car, by the way, we drove to Georgia also a couple years ago. And if you know me, I'm not a small car guy. My whole family's always been vans, SUVs, or trucks. So it's always been something higher off the ground, just in case you hit something. And so with Ailey's car already, his name was Blue Jay. And I loved it, but also, I'll be honest, I'll hate it. It's not a person, so I hated it. But we drove to Georgia, and we drove through the night, and it was storming, rain.
I'm falling asleep in the passenger seat.
Ailey's falling asleep.
I tried to stay awake.
And I'm just thinking, we're going to die. We're going to die. I wasn't actually thinking that, but a part of me was. You could not see the road. There's tractor trailers and everything. Oh, it was brutal. I was so happy to get rid of that car.
And then on the way home from Georgia, we got a flat tire.
Oh, right in Kentucky.
Knoxville.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Sounds like Kentucky.
Yeah. Both K's.
Yeah. Oh, man. Trying to think if I have another memory. Me and Ailey were talking about like funny stories or funny memories of our just being together. And it's so hard to pick and choose. And then also like life continues. Like right now our biggest priority is our boy Callum. So it's like I could probably remember a lot more of things that Callum did than what we did. Which is just a blast. But Ailey has definitely always been the one she gives me a lot of grace with my humor. Wouldn't you say?
I try.
Try, yeah. Definitely blessed with a good wife.
Blessed with a good husband.
Well, I tell you what, I think, because there is more of that nursing school testimony. I think a lot of that would be a full podcast.
It would.
So Ailey will have to come back. Everybody, I'm sorry. She's got to come back. No, I love it. So we'll have to do a part 2. It could be its own thing. But when we talk about a little bit more serious things, we wanted this one to be kind of, just happy, giddy. Some stories about us. Everything like that. But just want to end kind of the podcast. This is a question. I think I might have started asking this question with your pup-up, actually. And it has turned into my all-time just greatest question. My favorite, not just like, oh, I'm so smart to think of this question. So many people have, but I think it's just it's one that like helps me. And that is, who is Jesus to you?
It's one of those things that's so hard to put into words, but also just like the easiest thing ever to say at the same time. It's just a weird mixture, but he's everything. Everything. He is, of course, a merciful Savior who rescued me out of the lowest of pits of my own self-destruction and where I was taking my own life, like roads that I shouldn't have been down, and he saved me from that, and he's been sanctifying me ever since. He is the friend that sticks closer than a brother. I can always go to him for advice, for companionship, for comfort. He is the greatest peace that I've ever known, the steadiest rock that I've ever known, the place where I can just always go and just know that no matter what we're going through in life, he never changes, and he will always be that firm foundation for us. He is the one thing that I just cannot live without in my life. I don't know how people go through life without him, but I can't, because he's everything.
Yeah.
And I wish I would treated him more like it. But, of course, in my own flesh, I don't always do that very well. So he's very gracious, being patient with me every day.
You know, it just reminded me of that. Pop up on the podcast. I was actually listening to it. I listen to it every now and again. It's good to hear his voice. But listening to it last week while I was mowing, and he was sharing about just his walk with the Lord. And he said, Jesus, even though I haven't always been there for him, he's always been there for me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, that is, just like you said, it's so simple, but also, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to wrap your mind around it.
Be very proud of you. Well, everybody, I think we're going to call it a wrap on that. I think this was awesome. What do you think?
Props to you if you made it through all that. That was crazy for a while.
When was it wild?
It was the whole time. It was a wild ride.
Our 7 viewers, thank you so much for following along. Again, this comes out every other Friday. You can get it on Crossroad Productions. Hopefully you found it because you're listening to this right now. But it comes out every other Friday. Like I said, we just had Taylor Betts on the last podcast, and we're going to kind of get into some more serious testimonies. Just because our walks of life look different, and there's a lot of hills and a lot of valleys. And so just very excited. I just thought this would be such a great treat to have Ellie, because it's not just me doing this, it's Ellie too. It's our family. That is the #1 ministry. Right?
Right.
So, I've never said this before. We love you all, and we'll see you next time.